Welcome back, friends, to Max Q Barbecue. My name is Craig, and this is our part 2 of cooking pastrami. In part 1, we showed you how to brine and cure your brisket in order to make your pastrami. And here in part 2, we're actually going to cook that brisket for you. We'll show you applying the rub and getting it on the smoker and smoking it. So stay tuned. And now it's time to make our rub to put on our briskets. We've taken our briskets out of the refrigerator. They've dried overnight. And today we're going to make a mixture of black peppercorns, coriander seeds, and mustard seeds to make our rub. So we're going to pour equal portions of each of these into our spice grinder. And with our spice grinder on course, grind up our seeds just a little bit. We're going to take our ground up mixture and pour it into our shaker. And that's what we're going to use for our rub today. So I'm going to take a break, go ahead and get the rest of this ground up, put in our shaker, and then I'll see you back and we'll apply the rub. We have our rub mixture ground and in our shaker. We're going to use a yellow mustard smear. So I've got gloves on my hands. This will be my dirty hand. This will be my clean hand. So squirt out a little mustard on here, rub it in really good on the surface of our brisket. There you have it. We'll put these back in the refrigerator, and tomorrow morning we're going to fire up the pit outside, get the workhorse going, and we'll get these on the pit and smoke them. See you tomorrow.
Hey friends, if you don't want to spend 10 days curing and seasoning a corned beef or pastrami, you can oftentimes go to your local grocery store and find a pre-cured brisket pack with the seasonings and everything already done. So all you have to do is buy the brisket, take it home, or buy the corned beef brisket packet, take it home, boil it up or smoke it, and you can cut out about 10 days worth of work. Just thought you might know in case you didn't want to go through all the trouble of brining and desalting and seasoning a brisket. This is a very good shortcut.
Welcome back, friends. Today's Saturday, day 11. Our pastramis are fully cured, and today we're going to prep them to put them on the smoker. But before we put them on the smoker, I'm going to go ahead and split these in half so they're not so large and hard to handle. And we want to make slices of the pastrami after we're done. So I'm going to cut them down so when we do the slices, they'll be nice size for our sandwiches. So here we go. We're looking at our grain. Our grain runs this direction. I really want to square it up, not really cut it. I guess if I really follow the grain, I would be cutting like this. But I think just for squaring up purposes, I'm going to cut it this way. And one thing you will notice is look how red the meat's going to be. There you go, from our cure. There you have it. There's our cured pastrami. These size chunks will be much easier to handle on the pit. I'm going to take some black pepper and a little bit of some mustard powder, put on those edges just so they have a little bit of brown bark to them. We'll be putting them on the pit in about another 10 minutes. See you back then. Welcome, friends. It is now 8:25 a.m. and our pit is up to 215 degrees. and we're going to put our pastrami's on. So we're going to go ahead and open up our pit and start placing out our pastrami's. Look at that. Yeah, doesn't get any prettier than that. Notice that I've sliced them in half there to make it easier when we take them off to slice them for our sandwiches. Also makes them fit pretty good on the pit too. Got one more thing to do before I close it up. I need to put our meat probes in. So I'm gonna take our meat probe here. Now we're done. See you back in a couple hours.
So, fun fact, you know where corned beef gets the corned beef name from? It's the peppercorns. Doesn't have corn in it.
Look who's checking in on our cook this morning. It's Mr. Hobbs. I'll go get you a brisket treat here in a minute.
Welcome, friends. It's 10:45 a.m. Our pastrami's have been on the pit for a couple hours. So let's take a look and see how they're doing. Bring you in close here so you can just see how pretty and red that pastrami is, that with that cure that's been going on. So we're gonna rotate our pastrami's and move them around a little bit, flip them over. If they're looking good. Our internal temp on our pastrami is about 120 degrees right now. Okay, friends, it's been about 6 hours. It's now 1:30 in the afternoon, and our briskets have got a nice bark on them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take them off, and they're currently running about 160 degrees. We're gonna take them off and wrap them and put them in the oven. Welcome to day 12. Last night we finished the pastrami in the oven until the internal temperature of our brisket pastrami's reached 206 degrees. Turned off the oven, let it rest in the oven till the temperature dropped to 140 degrees. Then we took them out and put them in the refrigerator overnight. So that allows all that moisture and all that gelatin to congeal. We're gonna go ahead and open this pack here. This is part of the point of the brisket. And oh boy, doesn't that look good. Look at that. Wow. So let's get in here and start cutting some slices off here. If I had a slicer, we would just put this on a slicer and cut some thin slices. Boy, that's cutting up nice. All right, let's open up one of the flats here real quick. Take a look at it. Got a little bit of leakage of some of our gelatin here. All right, looking beautiful. So we're gonna take this and warm it up a little bit, and we're gonna make some sandwiches, and we'll show you the final result when we get it all put together. Well, folks, welcome back. We're gonna have a great St. Patrick's Day this year because we got this wonderful pastrami and corned beef. Got my sandwich here, sampling it. It is exquisite, amazing. It came out so good. So best wishes to you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and happy St. Patrick's Day.